I am about to set up the station to get back to some opal cutting, polishing finally. But I have been bothered by something that reminded me about the main source for my creativity. Sure, sometimes I just need to do some emotional processing. Who doesn't? Create something beautiful or paint the anxiety or whatever, write something that's in your head. But as you've seen with my sewing, I've been sewing because the clothes I could buy did not fill my needs. This is the first of the dresses that I altered to fit my body instead of trying to squeeze the body into something that was not quite right. And I love this dress and the other three as well, but I have a problem because I do all my creative work, or except for the hand sewing, while sitting in my work chair. And what happens when you wear this long of a dress and you sit in a chair with wheels? Yep, that's right. You get yourself stuck. For some reason, I didn't like that. I found that inconvenient. The same way I found it inconvenient when I kept stepping out of these slippers. Right, at that point, the solution was very simple. Attach an elastic on both sides so that it was held on to the foot no matter what. Of course, elastics get longer as they're used, so it became too long. So I tied a knot on it to make it shorter, and I might have to do that again soon. But they work for now. I think there must be a solution to the chair problem too. Initially, I grabbed a super long piece of shoelaces that I had been using in an old corset. And of course, it didn't help. It didn't really work for the lacing because it's not slippery enough to glide easily through the lacing process of a corset. And it's really, really long, and I didn't want to waste it. So I attached one end to the back of the armrest and then experimented with how to get the dress caught in the rest of it. And I did a whole lot of trying and tying knots and trying again and trying again and trying again. And for quite a while I had a system kind of like this. It's attached on the one end, goes around the part of the dress that I want out of the wheels, and then I would just basically attach the free end of the laces to the same back of the armrest, and my dress would be out of the way. Except, of course, that any movement made it work its way out. So I started tying knots and pushing the dress through, really pulling on it, which worked a bit better. But whenever I had to leave the chair in a hurry, I couldn't leave the chair in a hurry. And you don't even want to know the consequences of that. So I thought there must be a better solution than this long, long shoelace. So I realized, so ideally, how would I want the dress to be tucked away while using the chair? I lifted up the middle of the front of the dress until you can't see it anymore. And I pulled in the sides of the dress underneath. And I held it together. Like those are the two sides. Just held them together with my hands and let the front fall down again. And I was, hey, that's pretty good. That leaves the length of the length of the dress, long enough to still keep most of my legs snug without any risk of getting caught in the wheels. There are no wheels that it can get caught on when it hangs like that. Right, so, well, to work I go. And I punch a hole and strengthen it with metal on both sides. Like, whoops. It's really hard to film and show at the same time. So I have two holes, and I knew I wanted to use a piece of elastic to minimize the chance of anything snapping. And I looked through the multitude of buttons, or looked for the multitudes of buttons that I have amassed over the years, like old people that do a bit of sewing. But as I should have anticipated, of course, I couldn't find a single button right now. So I pulled out a trusted old trick, a safety pin. And I could then I attached the safety pin to one end of the elastic. And then I could pull the other end through the other side. Fasten that with the same safety pin. Close the safety pin. And voila! My dress is caught. It's no longer getting caught in the wheels. There's still one small problem though. This leg is now very exposed. Well, the other one too, of course. And these table legs here are made out of metal, so they get very cold. And for some strange reason, my naked legs do not like to butt against cold metal. So I thought, how about if I just let the dress hang down as it will in the front on top of the little fastening thing rather than underneath it. Then, well, at least it hangs down there. And it almost covers that side too. And oh yeah, but it was caught higher up. That would probably cover the part that tends to get come in touch with the metal. Yeah, it does. So, problem solved. Creatively. Small alteration. Huge practical advantage. And that's just the start of today's creativity.